you by any chance into or thinking of getting into the outdoors and hiking? Are you an amateur radio operator? Are you interested in radios, or are you thinking of getting into radio? If so, what if I told you there is a place where both these worlds collide? Welcome back to Irish Ham Radio, or welcome to Irish Ham Radio if it's your first time here. My name is Dave, amateur radio call sign EI5IMB, and today we are going hiking and playing a bit of radio with a scheme that's called SOTA, or Summits on the Air. So what is this middle ground between amateur radio, the outdoors, and hiking and mountaineering? Well, it's called SOTA, or Summits on the Air. What is Summits on the Air? It's an amateur radio award scheme whereby operators like myself go up onto designated mountain summits. There's an online database of them that qualify, operate radio and talk to people all over the world. The people that operate from the summits, like myself, are called activators, and the people that you talk to are called chasers. There's both an award for the activators called the Mountain Goat, and there's also an award for the chasers called the Shack Sloth. I'll not get into the point scheme and all of that, but let's just say that for activators particularly, it is very difficult and often takes years to achieve the Mountain Goat. Today I am on Slieve League in County Donegal, the highest sea cliffs in Europe, and a beautiful hike and a beautiful summit. I opted to take the Pilgrims Path route today, which is a route that takes you not up along the coastline from the traditional Bunglass car park and viewing point, but actually a little bit further east and up. But we're in winter now, and I can see a little bit of white tips at the top, so it'll be interesting to see if we have some snow or icy conditions up further. A very quick version of the rules of a SOTA activation to attain the points for the summit. The higher the summit, usually the more the points. Also, if you do it in the winter, you usually get 3 bonus points in certain months of the year. However, I have to make 4 contacts from the summit, simplex, so in other words radio to radio, no repeaters allowed. And finally, I have to be within 20 vertical meters of the actual summit. So as you may or may not be able to see, we're kind of above the cloud line now. I think the clouds have actually dropped. Definitely going to be walking up into heavy mist and very little visibility. But that's the way it goes. I'm prepared for that. And worst case scenario, we always have the option to turn back, and you should always be ready to do that if the conditions get outside your comfort zone. Let's go. Somebody's decided to be a little bit artistic with the snow. I think it was the French couple I met further back on their way down. So the Pilgrims Path is marked by boulders painted yellow here and there, like this one. That's really great, but on a day like today, when you have the potential of snowfall or further snowfall, they could be covered. So the post that I showed you is obviously nice and high, and that's not going to get covered by snow. So what I'm going to do as a precaution for my descent route, I'm going to save the location of that on my Garmin handheld here. And worst case scenario, if I really have to, I can pull this out and navigate straight back to here. So here's the famous one man's pass that you need to traverse in some shape or form to get over to the summit of Slieve League. So here we are at the summit of Slieve League. Not much views today. I can hear the sea down that way, and yeah, rough enough on the way up, and had to take my time to make sure I wasn't going off bare, and very, very easy to do that. So I'm going to get started with 2 meters, then go on to 70 sems. And if the wind stays calm up here, I thought it'd be a lot rougher considering the wind on the ascent, then I'll actually try a little bit of HF as well. Let's get going. CQ SOTA, CQ SOTA, CQ Summits on the Air, Echo India 5, India Mike Bravo Portable, Echo India 5, India Mike Bravo Portable, CQ SOTA.
no bother, yep. This is Echo India 1, Delta, Charlie here.
That seems to be it for 2 meters. Let's try 70. So whenever we go on these summits, what we also do is put what we call a spotter, basically a post up on the internet, to tell people, the chasers, that we're on a summit and what frequency we're operating on, so that they have a good chance of getting us. CQ SOTA, CQ SOTA, CQ Summits on the air, Echo India 5, India Mike Bravo portable, EI 5 IMB portable, CQ SOTA. Okay, so it doesn't seem like I've tried for too long there, guys, but on a SOTA summit and weather like this, you don't hang around. Looks like VHF and UHF is fairly quiet. I got Jason and I got our club call, so that's 2 calls. I still haven't actually activated this summit because you need 4 contacts to actually qualify, so I need to get the HF out. So now I'm going to do HF radio, which means I need to assemble my antenna and get it up, and then get my radio going as well. So this is a ground spike and ground radials that I'm connected at the moment. There we go, that's going to go into the ground. Then there are 3 of these solid rods. Next we have the tuning coil and then the telescopic whip. This allows us to tune the antenna to different frequencies. So here's the setup, folks. I have my antenna JPC Pack 12 up. I have my coax cable then connected from that. It's a lightweight coax down to my radio, and we're tuned in and ready to go on 40 meters or 7 megahertz. QRZ, Echo India 5, India Mike Bravo portable.
Yeah, Echo India 5, India Mike Bravo portable, GI0AZB 5555 with QSB. Over, over.
Yeah, QSL, Ian, thanks very much. You're 55 also QSB. Conditions not the nicest up here. I'm on my knees in the snow in a little shelter, and everything's just getting soaked. It's kind of like this constant light sleet, but it just drenches everything over.
Yeah, understand David, conditions dire, both weather and band.
Yes, David, I'm here as well. Lovely to hear you. Happy about the weather. 5-5 at the minute, David. QSL?
Yeah, QSL, 5-5 with yourself. Yeah, I've got the radio in the bag here. It's not even out, but not the nicest. But there's not heavy wind up on the summit, so I can't complain. Just have to try to keep myself dry. 73 Zester, thanks very much for the chase from both of you again. And I'll keep going here. QRZ, EI5 IMB stroke portable SOTA. QRZ, Echo India 5, India Mike Bravo stroke portable.
Mike 0, Romeo. Mike Whiskey 9, Whiskey Juliet Sierra. You're 5 and 7, 50 pounds here. Tell me over.
Mike Whiskey 9, Whiskey Juliet Sierra. QSL, you're about a 5 and 4 with me. 5 and 4, over. The mobile, go ahead.
Mexico 1, Alpha Oscar Bravo mobile, Dave. 5555.
QSL, you're 5 and 7 with me. Very loud. I can even hear the rumble of the vehicle in the background. Lovely signal, over.
Yeah, 5710, 100 watts with a 40 meter ampro on top of the car. I won't hold it, Dave, so I'll call him, but thanks for the photo.
Cheers, 73s, thank you. QRZ, Echo India 5, India Mike Bravo portable.
India 5, Kilo Oscar.
Kilo Oscar, go ahead, Keith, over.
Alpha.
Echo India 5, Kilo Oscar, go ahead.
Yeah, afternoon, Dave. You're about 4 and 4, over.
QSL 5x5, 5x5 with myself, Keith, over.
Thanks for the 55. Mike 0, Mike Delta Alpha.
Mike 0, Mike Delta Alpha, go ahead, you're 5-6.
Yeah, QSL, thanks for the 5-6. You're 5 and 5 with me. 5 and 5, QSL. Golf Mike 5, Alpha Lima X-ray.
Golf Mike 5, Alpha Lima X-ray, you're 5 and 6, 5 and 6, over.
QSL 5-6. You're 5 and 1, 5 and 1 into Aberdeen, over. Golf 0, Foxtrot, Echo X-ray. Roger the 5 and 7, good afternoon. You're 5-5, 55, over. Yeah, for your information, there's another SOTA on 7125. There's a SOTA active on 7125.
QSL, thanks very much, thanks very much. I'll go there and try that summit to summit and get myself out of here. I'm wet and cold here, so thanks very much for the info. 73s, and have a great afternoon. Summit to summit, summit to summit, summit to summit. Is that the summit to summit you're calling over?
Correct, go ahead.
This is Echo India 5, India Mike Bravo stroke portable. The name is Dave, over.
I have India, sorry, start that again. Echo India 5, India Mike Bravo, 4 and 4.
QSL, you are 5 by 3, but you're loud and clear, over.
My call sign is Golf 7, Sierra Alpha Tango Portal.
So there you go, got the summit to summit with the help of a very helpful operator. If you're watching this video, thank you very much for giving me the reference. I should have taken the reference down, but I just started operating and didn't think I'd be doing a summit to summit, to be honest. So great, all good. Not going to do 20 meters, let's get packed up. So I'm now finally back down to the place where I can talk into the camera and the wind wouldn't drown you out. As you can see, it's a pretty cool descent back across One Man's Pass, and that I've really enjoyed today. I had a great ascent, took my time, captured a bit of footage, threw the drone up before we got into the wind, and met a few people along the way. As far as the summit activation is concerned, I got a couple of contacts there on 2 meters, nothing on 70 centimeters. Then I went on to 40 meters, which is 7 megahertz, and I did make a few contacts both within Ireland, Northern Ireland and the UK, and I was really thankful for them, because without that I wouldn't have actually qualified the activation. Didn't bother with 20 meters or 14 megahertz to get further afield out into Europe and beyond, because it just got too cold, too wet, all my gear's wet. Not well under waterproof, thankfully, but it was just getting too cold and wet, so I just left it at that. I'll also just stick my log up here and